Hey guys, welcome to a video on Intro to CADing provided by AlphaGenesis 6436. So today, as you can see, I'll be explaining what is 3D printing, and next up, I'll be talking about Inventor, which is a software that helps with CADing. And at the end of the video, I'll be providing resources that will help you learn, improve, and master CADing. I hope you enjoy the video.
What is a 3D printer? A 3D printer is a tool that allows you to construct a 3D model of anything you can imagine. This works by having the nozzle and the heat bed move along the x-axis, which is right and left, the z-axis, which is forward and backwards, and the y-axis, which is up and down.
An object printed with the 3D printer goes through the process of being constructed layer by layer. Plastic is fed through the nozzle and onto a heat bed. This heated bed helps the object stick and stay in place while it is being printed. As long as the object is touching the heat bed, anything can be printed. Moving on to CADing. CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. A popular and recommended software is Inventor. A few examples of CAD applications include robotics, biomedical devices, aerospace industries, models, and anything you can imagine. For Inventor, there are many special features that can help you with your CADing. CADing is not only used for 3D printing. You can use CAD for analyzing structural integrity, designing objects, industrial uses, and more. Because Inventor is computer-aided designing, many calculations and measurements can be quickly solved. I usually recommend people new to CADing to sign up for an Inventor or Fusion 360 account, as it is free for students.
This is what Inventor looks like. So I'll be teaching you guys the basic functions. So on the top left, we'll go to sketch and lines. So it doesn't matter what plane we choose right now because we're just practicing. I'll be sketching a square. So I'll drag it and input the value 2 to have a 2-inch line. And I'll do the same for all the other sides since a square is equal on all sides. So don't forget to connect all your lines for your sketch. So later on you can extrude it. This is very important, so remember that. Also, to orbit or to move around your object, press the shift button on your keyboard and hold the wheel button on your mouse. To move around, just hold the wheel button on your mouse. Now, I'll teach you guys how to make a cylinder. So to start off, we go to sketch and circle. And this time, we'll work on the origin or the middle of the whole screen. So here's my circle. I'm gonna repeat the process of extruding it. So you can get the arrow and drag it down or up to either increase or decrease the height. Or if you need a very precise measurement, you can always input it. So I'll show you guys this object by orbiting around it. And on the top right, you can see like a cube. If you press on it, it'll show you a plane on the object. Alright, and this is our third sketch that we'll be practicing today, and it'll be a crescent. So to use an arc, you need 2 points, and to make the actual arc, you can either move your mouse up or down depending on how big of an arc you want it to be. So I'll put a second arc since we're making a crescent.
and we'll repeat the extrude process. And on your keyboard, extrude is E. So remember shortcuts and they will help you maneuver around features very fast. So right now I'll be changing the height using the arrow, and I'll just make an estimate of 0.5 inch. So on the top right, you can see that I pressed a different view. Alright, and now I'll be combining what we've learned today and teach you guys how to cut. So I'll draw a rectangle on the face of the crescent that we just made. So I'll extrude that rectangle, and now I'll go to the crescent, select the face, and instead of join, I'll cut. So you can either drag the arrow to the opposite side or input a negative value. Either way works, but if you want to just do it faster, you can just drag the arrow all the way across the object. And this is the finished product. You can see that it is extruded both out and in the rectangle. And that's all. Helpful tips. Starting off with the extrude feature. The extrude feature is important as it is the transition from your 2D sketch to your 3D sketch. It is very important to familiarize with this feature as it is commonly used when CADing. The next tip. Always sketch on the correct plane. If you sketch on the wrong plane, you'll put the feature on the wrong place. This may be confusing at first, but you'll get used to it as you go. The third helpful tip is practice and learn. CADing is all about practicing and getting familiar with all of the features. The more you learn, the better you'll get. Lastly, be creative. Through online resources and YouTube videos, you can learn and enhance your CADing experience. The first website I'd like to share is Thingiverse. This website allows creators to post their own projects, as well as allowing them to see other people's projects and ideas. If you're passionate about 3D printing, you can go on a website called Octoprint and customize your 3D printer. You can experiment and learn to remote control your 3D printer over a Raspberry Pi. This is a very useful website when you want to delve deeper into the 3D printing community. A software that you'll need when 3D printing is a slicer. So it depends on what printer you're using, and it has to be compatible. In my case, I'm using a NET A8, so the slicer I am using is a Cura.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys learned something new. Watch for new content in the future, and please support your local robotics team. See ya!